DAX offers you the 4 standard mathematical operators. You have operators for addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. These operators follow the regular mathematical precedence rules. If you need to override the precedence rules, you can enclose in parentheses sub-expressions in order to obtain the result that you need. These operators work with any numeric data type, but you need to pay attention to how you combine different data types together in a single mathematical operation, because the data type of the results defines also the precision of the result. Let's take a look at the conversion matrix. Depending on the data type of the two operands, like integer and the operator, you have a different outcome. For example, summing a decimal with an integer produces a decimal, or subtracting a decimal from a decimal produces again a decimal. Among all the possible combinations, one that you need to be very careful is the multiplication with currency, because multiplying a currency by an integer or a decimal produces a currency, and this affects the result of your calculation, because remember that currencies are basically integers where the last 4 digits are used as the decimal place. Therefore, you might incur in rounding errors because you do not pay attention to how the entire expression gets computed. Let's see that with an example. In this example, I'm defining a set of variables first: quantity, discount, unit price. Quantity is an integer, discount is a decimal, and unit price is cast to a currency because I want to force it as a currency. And then I compute result 1 and result 2. Pay attention to the presence of parentheses. In result 1, I compute 1 minus discount, that is 1 minus a decimal, that produces a decimal, and I multiply that by unit price, which is a currency. The result is a currency. So this multiplication, the first one, is a currency multiplication. In the second example, I'm computing first this entire expression that produces a decimal, and only at the end I multiply by unit price. And you see that if I evaluate the result 1 and the result 2 plus the difference between the two, there is a difference. Result 1 has a different value than result 2 because of a rounding error that happened during the multiplication with the decimal, with the currency. So whenever you mix different data types, you need to pay attention to the precedence of calculation in order to obtain the correct result.